Hey fan, it's me, Aaron.
Triforce Mike.
I'm back from San Diego.
Jealous.
It was a blast, the best San Diego I ever had, most likely because I had a penthouse suite and at the Hyatt, whatever. You know, we got hooked up.
Nice.
And, you know, thanks IDW, thanks Dirk Wood. And look at this, dude, is the Omni Blade
From
blow up. Badass, right? And
Yeah.
then I got this movie from Avatar and Garth Ennis. He wrote and directed. It's called Stitch. I went to the screening and I got a signed copy by Garth Ennis.
That's cool.
He was brilliant. I got one of my favorite Archaea books, Syndrome. Yeah, it's my favorite after Tumor. But I met the guys there and they gave me this leather edition and they said, Aaron, I love the show and your hair. So this book is great. It's a brilliant book.
Awesome.
I got these. This is cool. There's these kooky cans, and they have all different licensed properties. I like them. And you know, you can put your weed in it if you're in California and you have medicinal marijuana. But I put these things in it. These chips, dude. These chips are awesome. I love the $100 ones. And then we got all these lock and keys.
Yep.
The head key, the Hercules key, the shadow key, the ghost key. And that was a lot of fun. I love Lock and Key. Joe Hill won his award for Best Writer and everything. And and I visited IDW's offices in San Diego.
Yeah.
That was a lot of fun. It was just a brilliant time. And, you know, I had fun talking to Rich. I had fun with everyone. And there's just so much cool stuff that goes on there that you just can't talk about, really. Like, I mean, Rich Johnson, he gets like this, you know, he's this rumor guy, blah, 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 but there's so much stuff that goes on in the bars that you see in the bars, the hotel rooms, that there's just no way you could tell. You'd just be an utter, like, ass. I mean, I feel sorry. Like, people say, oh, Rich this and Rich that, but Rich sees things that he doesn't report on that are just ridiculous. Like fights and contraband and just all kinds of, like, amazing fun stuff.
Donkey shows.
Yeah, it was a blast, and I really enjoyed hanging out with everybody. You know, I had some contraband chicken with John Lehman from Chew, and you know, it was a lot of fun.
Nice.
This week, huge week in comics.
Yeah.
We have the 666 Spider-Man. That's the prelude that kicks off the whole Spider Island. This is what all of Dan Slott's stories have been leading to.
Absolutely.
You know, it's hashtag Spider Island. I mean, this is gonna be huge, and I'm digging it. I mean, the story, it's a little weird. It's a little bit like, you know, like, what if everyone had spider powers? It's kind of like New Krypton, like all these Kryptonians. But I trust Dan Slott's going to execute this really well. And also, Spider-Man works when he's so, like, you know, downtrodden, when his back's against the wall. And, you know, you just feel so sorry for Peter. And, you know, it works.
That's good.
Venom, I'm loving this book. Tony Moore somehow managed to draw 6 pages in it this time. But Rick Remender is kicking ass. And he also has Uncanny X-Force out this week. I hung out with Rick a little bit at the con. He's just really fun guy.
Awesome.
You know, he has like he has 2 kids now. I put on a little weight. But you know, oh well, he's a great guy. You know, stuff happens.
Yeah.
I do the same thing.
Yeah.
But Uncanny X-Force, they're in the Age of Apocalypse universe.
Oh
you got Wolverine from our universe and Jean Grey from that universe. And you know, like,
what stays in Age of Apocalypse?
You know, what happens there stays there. But anyway, Rick Remender just builds a great premise, and then he executes it really well. He executes it like what the fans really want, and then goes even beyond that to, crazy stuff that there's no way the fans would even think about. So, you know, like, some writers don't want to give the fans what they want, and Rick Remender's like, I'll give you what you want in, like, the first 2 pages, and then I'm going to blow your mind.
Awesome.
And that's Rick Remender. So, you know, he's got it figured out. I'm sorry, Rick. I'm sorry I just spoiled your entire, like, career in one sentence and told all the other writers, you give the fans what they want in the first 2 pages, and then you blow their mind.
Yes.
So, you know, whatever. Ultimate Fallout, it's been great. Nick Spencer's story was brilliant in here. I can't wait for Nick Spencer's X-Men. And, you know, the Hickman story is great, too. And I don't have any idea who the Spider-Man's going to be. Mike Malvey from Atomic Comics, who was in the same suite as me, he knows. Bendis told him. He wouldn't tell me. He would not tell me. And he was being so coy. He wouldn't even tell me if my guesses were wrong. I mean, actually, he told me all my guesses were wrong. So, whatever. You know, I wanted to be the Black Ben Reilly because that's going to get so much press. I even harassed David Gabriel, their marketing guy, and like, how are you going to promise me this press if you don't make him black or gay? Come on now. You know, why are they going to give him press?
Yeah.
So, anyway, he said there's going to be press. We'll see. X-Men Schism, Jason Aaron. There's still the mad love for Grant Morrison's going on here with the Phantom X references and the whole Quentin everything. And just the Sentinels aren't the MacGuffin. They don't matter. The Sentinels are just there. You know, they're just, that's not where the plot turns, because nobody really cares about these giant robots. They care about, like, what it all means and what's going on and what, you know, the political stuff. And what Jason Aaron, in all his brilliance, found out and executed in this book was there are so many teenage heroes everywhere. Even Kick-Ass is about teenage heroes. Now, if there really was a teenager out here willing to put on a costume and go out at night or has some kind of power, they're going to be a goddamn villain.
Yeah.
There's plenty of teenagers now. Most of them are villains, even without putting costumes on. And even, I mean, you got all the cyberbullying, you got all that crap, you know? So anyway, I mean, it was just as bad when I was a teenager. But still, what I'm saying is Marvel has team after team after team of teenage redundant heroes, and Jason Aaron puts together a team of teenage villains. Boom. New Hellfire Club. Awesome. Ready to go. You know, so cool. I liked it. I liked it a lot.
Very good.
Like, you know, Green Lantern. 2 issues this week, both aftermath from War of the Green Lanterns, and both are really excellent. You got Guy Gardner, and yes, this is not the issue that he punches Batman in the face, hopefully. Yeah. But that's next issue. This is the big blowout with Kyle, and I'm so glad that Kyle is going to be single. He's not going to be characterized by dead girlfriends or dead moms or girlfriend in peril or whatnot.
Reboot it.
I just want him to have internal conflict and dynamic, three-dimensional characterization without that being a foil
dead
from
girlfriends.
And to make him the leader of the New Guardians when he has no leadership qualities whatsoever, he just is an artist and can master all the different cores, is awesome. I'm ready to see that happen. I'm ready to see him become a leader.
Sounds good.
Project Superman, you find out why Superman was such a whiny bitch in Flashpoint 3. You find out exactly what happened to Subject 2. Lex Luthor's in it. There's a lot of great stuff. Lois Lane, Grifter, Grifter's back. I guess Jim Lee won the coin toss. I don't know, but I'm excited about Grifter if there's a good writer on it.
Right.
If there's like a Brubaker or a Rucker or someone that's really good at crime stuff. And the guys on it is no slack, so I'm ready for it. Kid Flash lost. I don't know. It's like Back to the Future. Hopefully that will end strong. I don't know what's going to happen with that with the reboot. I tried to get out of Sterling Gates, but he was like super drunk. He wouldn't tell me. And Hal Jordan. You have Hal Jordan without a ring, just as a fighter pilot, and he's going to deliver the payload, which is the Green Arrow, which is the nuclear missile into Themyscira, and I can't wait.
Awesome.
And the Cape, Joe Hill. If you read the Cape one shot, you're already with me, and there's no way that you would not get this.
Absolutely.
There is no way. But this has something that even tops that, really. Like, what happened in there was shocking and awesome, but what happens here is shocking, awesome, and ridiculously unexpected, ridiculously, I don't even know. But Joe Hill's the Cape. My tagline was, "You will believe a dick can fly." Right. And now IDW's tagline is, "You will believe a bad man can fly." And after you see what he did to animals, man, that kind of cruelty, he's a dick.
What a dick.
All right? I can't wait for PETA to protest this.
Yes, seriously.
Crossed, you have the psychopath.
That book's sick.
He's just raping and killing. He's worse than the Cross. Where Cross is a study where the villain is actually human evil. The villain is human evil. They're not zombies. They're just evil personified, taking over. And Mike has a theory of when this guy gets crossed, he's going to actually be...
mellow out. He's going to mellow out. Like ADHD people when they drink energy drinks.
That I don't understand it. But I love this book. I love David Lapham, and it's delivering. It's the sickest Cross yet. And finally, Atomic Robo, you got Volume 5. The new issue comes out pretty soon of Volume 6. And you can read these in any order. They're all great, fully accessible, very, very funny. I've never turned someone onto this that didn't like it. It's never
so
happened.
Good. Really
I mean, there's two kinds of people. People that have read Atomic Robo and people who haven't read Atomic Robo. I screwed that up. There's people that love Atomic Robo and people who haven't read it yet. So... anyway, Brian Clevenger is a friend of the store, and it's really good stuff, and he doesn't need a reboot. He doesn't need a reboot. He just, boom, he'll tell whatever stories he wants. Thanks for watching this long-ass video. I had a blast at San Diego. I'm sure there's more stuff that I'm going to pepper in and whatnot. Maybe I'll even write an article. I don't know. Maybe I will. But I had a blast. Thank you, everyone who hung out with me, everyone who bought me a drink, everyone who bought me lunch, everyone who did everything. I love you all, and I can't wait. Maybe I'll go to New York Comic Con. It was fun. Bye-bye.